Hey, what's up you guys? It's Maru Dark, back with another Let's Play Rune Fencer Illyia, the demo, Road to 100%. In the last episode, I kind of made a little oopsie, in the sense that there were certain things that I wasn't able to get. So if you look here, we only have 2 of the 4 memory stones that we need. So that means I'm going to have to go back and start the demo all over, but I'm not going to let you sit and watch that. I'm just going to skip ahead to the important part, and I'll see you back here. Here's something I didn't notice before, is you can actually jump on the bed. Can't get up there without the gravity rune. So, continuing on. Alright, so we're on this ledge. The next item that we absolutely have to get. The Joyful Heart. That's pretty easy to get. On your way over to the switch, should be pretty much impossible to miss that. You can see another area hidden up there, but that requires us to go in from the left side from the previous room. Not even a triple jump will get us up there, so continuing on. Alright, this is the first point of no return. So if you don't have the Joyful Heart before this point, you're basically going to have to restart. But we have the Joyful Heart and some money and some bread, so let's go. Alright, so the next item that we need on our list, here we see our very first spitter and the very first energy strike door. So we drop down here, run past all these guys. Take out the spitter. Right by the other energy door, we have the Forager's Intuition. So now we have 2. 3 if you count the icon. Alright, so clearly there's nothing here. Some platforming. Alright, this is a one-way passage. Alright, so this is actually something that I missed my first go-around, and my second go-around. We're here by the snail, where you drop down in this one-way passage. We go up these falling blocks, and over to the left here is a little secret area. And that's where we get the third wind. Third wind. Effect. Successful knockback recoveries restore a small amount of vitality and rune stability. The crystallized memories of grief and perseverance. Such stones are a common sight at the graves of children. Interesting. So we can see here that this is actually a grave, and that'll be important later when we get to the courtyard area. So that's something we didn't get last time. It's possible that we can also get this after the energy strike, just by going up through here. And actually these flowers often mark a secret, but we can't go back up higher. Yeah, it's impossible. So I decided to do a bit of post-commentary on this section here. As I was making my way through the playthrough, we got back to the overgrown guardian. And you remember from the first time, this guy gave us a lot of trouble. But just to showcase how much better I've gotten at the game, I actually managed to completely destroy this guy without taking a single hit. Notice him getting better at jumping over those fireballs, making sure to avoid those spikes and the falling rocks. He pretty much telegraphs everything in a way that makes it easy for you to avoid, as long as you're careful and aware. And just take it slow and steady. You know, like the old saying, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Here I've got him already almost all the way halfway down. Avoid some more rocks. Now that I've got the riposte down and the dodge roll, it's actually really easy to avoid when he's rolling into you. I didn't dare go down there and try to pogo him, just because I felt that would have guaranteed I take damage. And again here, just kind of taking it slow, being careful and methodical, wait for an opening. So when he's doing that hop, that's the time to do it. Again, just riposting and dodging out of the way of the rocks. Something else I noticed is that after you do a successful riposte, it'll actually hold on to the charge attack for a little while. And here we pretty much got him. He's coming down with a laser, but I know from previous experience we can just kind of cheese him in the corner. And there we go. Damageless boss fight. I'm really proud of that, actually. Flawless victory. We come down here, we get our first Echo Shard. Okay. So here's another cool move that I found sort of by accident while trying to dodge through some of these bugs. So if you do a dodge roll and then jump right after, you'll get sort of a long jump. If we try to do it off an edge, hold on. See, we can get quite a bit of distance there. It's actually a lot easier to do than the triple jump, I find. Sure, we'll have some uses for that later. More graves here. Oh. I didn't know there was a secret wall there. Echo Blossom. Well, that's the last thing that we need. Echo Blossom. Slightly lowers the amount of Ori lost in death. A strange, beautiful flower that grows in the kingdom of Ethos. The plant will wilt at the slightest touch or disturbance until it blooms, when it is safe to harvest. The flower vibrates slightly and shimmers as multiple shadows of the plant wobble around it. Interesting. So that was the thing that Selkie wanted us to get. We didn't get that last time, so that's something new we can check out later when we get to her. And there's another wall here. Ghost Grotto. This is completely new. Bubbles! Bye, Bubbles. My Bubbles. Definitely didn't come here last time. Spore Cloud. Releases a cloud of poisonous spores. Interesting. I see, so it can hurt us as well. So that could be useful for groups of enemies, like the skeletons. Obviously, that's poisonous water down there. Ugh. Another blarg guy. I see, and you have spores as well. Interesting. So that stuff can kill them as well. Can we get over there is the question. Let's check our bestiary. Bloated. Waterlogged corpse of a grave flooded by the poison ponds in the grotto, spews highly poisonous mucus. Poison elemental. Toxic elemental that fires a volley of poisonous bubbles. Is there anything over there? I know the space rune we can walk on water. Okay, so we can go through there if we're quick enough. Should have seen that coming. Alright, information is good. So there's obviously going to be something else over there. Because that's the one area that we didn't go to last time. I'll meet you back over there. Interesting. That does a lot of DPS. So the Spore Cloud, if you can get the enemy trapped inside it, does a lot of DPS. So that seems like a really valuable rune. Alright, so note to self, you can go in the poison without a problem, but you can't get knocked into the poison or you'll die. And you can't stay in it too long either. Oh, we cleared that in one shot. Aw, we're just one shy. Gonna be a problem. Here's a crazy thought. I'm actually going to leave my Echo there as backup health, and I have full glyph charged as well. Okay, so when they blow up, it's like those enemies from Left 4 Dead, where they'll kill you with poison damage. Alright, let's take our Echo now. Don't be doing that now. Alright. Let us... Let's try this. Taking a lot of damage in this area. Alright, he's dead. Let us... I can do that too, you know. Doesn't seem like it affects him, though. That could be a big problem. Can I lure you down here? Oh, I can pop the bubbles. That's useful. Seems the elementals aren't actually affected by their own poison. Which makes sense, but obviously doesn't do us any favors. Need to recharge my poison. Okay. So far, so good. Sorry if I'm not talking here. I'm trying to focus. This area is actually pretty difficult. Also testing the limits of our powers. Which admittedly isn't much. Okay. Damn, that's brutal. Alright, we got the one. Now we just have to get the elemental, or I guess just go past him. Tiny bubbles makes me happy. At least we got him. Ah. Alright. At least we can stand in the poison briefly there. This would be a lot harder if we couldn't do that. Just push you off. These guys just keep coming. Alright, so we have a full heal. Let's use that. Farm this guy for some more glyph. Alright. Come on. Hold still and let me shoot you. Thank you. Oh boy. So, here's something. Oh, I don't like that. Jack, the water's rising! Alright, this shouldn't be too bad. I take it back. How high does that go? So it completely engulfs that. The elemental is going to be a problem. Let's just go past him. Just keep moving, just keep moving, just keep moving, moving. Alright. So if we don't stop to play around with them, that's not that bad. Oh. Frog? Frog. The way of the frog. Alright, so that's switch. It's gonna knock that down, and then we have to race it, it looks like. Race it to where? It's a long way. And we're far from the save shrine. Oh, can we not stand on that? Do I need the gravity rune for this? I might. Those sink. Another frog friend. There's a switch here. I imagine this switch is supposed to close that and allow the ball to fly through. And then what? I don't know what these frogs are supposed to do. We could catch them with a net. Let's do that. We'll grind up some glyph as well. We don't want to mess with the poison elementals. Oh, they're gone. Okay. Alright, that's easy enough. And then... looks like we would have to charge our shot to hit the ball up there. Ooh. That's a double jump. Alright, so I see what we have to do as far as the puzzle is concerned, but... seems we can't actually use this. So when we have the gravity rune... so we've seen energy strike rune. We briefly saw the time stop rune. There are two other ones. There's the space rune, which allows us to do the double jump and to run along walls and water. And then this is part of the... part of one of those. It's either the gravity or the space one. It allows you to recharge your jump. But it doesn't seem like we can actually do anything with it. Are we not supposed to be in this area yet? Because I know you can slam these. Maybe strategic dying and come back here and get a net. Remember I was saying about how that side jump would be useful? Right there. And pogoing these guys is not such a good idea. And... ah, you're right in my way. For being such a deadly area, this place is really pretty. Kind of reminds me of the fact that a lot of poisonous animals are also the most colorful. Alright, and our reward is an echo fragment. Alright, so we made it back to this area. Collected our echo. Get our frog rune. Kind of want the poison, actually. Leave you for a second. Come here and collect our frog. Yeah, so those rocks that we saw on the floor, I know the gravity rune is what allows that to activate. Doesn't look like we can do anything with this. Because we're gonna need the ball to break through this wall, unless we can just do it ourselves. We cannot. Although interesting that the camera decides it wants to zoom in there. Gotta be a way to do this. Do I have to hit this? Maybe some kind of triple jump? Or do I need the frog to go on it? That might be something. Come here, little froggy. Come on. I was looking at some of the official animated GIFs for this game on Nootbox's Twitter, and I don't think it's this frog, but there is a later frog that actually will turn you into a frog as well. It's got sort of a witch hat. I feel like this has to be the key. God, now we have to go back through this. Good thing we can pop these bubbles. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with that puzzle. I'm gonna have to take a screenshot of that, send it to the devs. Because it looks like we should be able to do something with that. But it's just not working. We're also apparently not working. Actually, that's good. That'll send us back to that area. Oh, that's a new move. So I was looking over here, and it says that weapon runes have unique combos, aerial attacks, and dodge attacks. So the scythe being a weapon rune. Yeah, so poison's a spell rune. Looks like the weapon runes are the ones that have the angled attacks and the rolling attacks. So the bow, the knife. That makes sense. So anything that's a spell doesn't have that. Spell runes do magic damage and often have additional quirks unique to each spell. Interesting. Alright, so the next thing that we need for 100% is, right after we got the scythe rune, we're back in here. Come over here, hit this chest, and we get a lot of money, but some of it fell into the chest, so we jump down. We come to this secret area. Climb in here, and we get the map of Hero's Grave. But that's not all that's here. We keep going this way. You'll see Illyia will grab onto the ledge. And we get another chest full of money. And you can see this platform here, how it's shaking. That's what we need the gravity rune for. So as far as I can tell, these two are only accessible with the space rune that allows us to do the double jump. Been sat here trying to do triple jump up to there for the longest time, and it looks like it's just not happening. Same with this. We need the base ability to jump off of the walls. But I've been practicing with the scythe. Look at that. That's so cool. Look at that, that's so cool. Now I want to try that with the whip, now that our scythe is expended. So I bet you can guess what happened. Yep, that's right, we died again. Really racking up the count this time. But I got the whip, which is good, so we can test that out. And immediately take damage. The heck? That's not what I was expecting. Hold on, let's heal. Interesting. Yeah, that's apparently the whip's ability. Not what I was expecting. But we can do other cool things with the whip. Like that. That's so weird, but you know what? That could actually be... That could be useful too. In the same way that that move is useful? Huh. Let's see if we can recharge this real quick. How am I going to use that? These horizontal areas aren't the thing that's been giving us problems, it's vertical areas. I don't think I have to go back to that area in the Ghost Grotto. I'll have to have a think on that one. But anyway, so my mom had a stroke a couple months back, and I've been doing what I can to try and take care of her. We went for a walk the other day to the park near me. She had a couple books that she wanted to donate, and there's one of those little give a book, take a book kind of things. Eventually I want to put some of my own books into one of those things. I know during COVID I gave away a couple of my novels for free, and people really seem to appreciate that. so this is something else that I noticed while reviewing the footage, is we have this item here, which takes an energy ball. But the energy ball is down there. And this is a one-way passage that we can't get back up. And we can't get the block there because we need the block to get up here. So it's pretty obvious that that ball is going to open up that. And then we use the combination of the block and the double jump to get up there. But I think that's going to be for the full game. Let me see if we can actually get this to work. Ah! Almost. It definitely has enough reach to get over there. Yeah, so we went for a walk. She hasn't been able to walk very far. She's getting very tired easily. But the other day, we went for a walk down to this nature preserve near me. Oh, look, I actually got it. Too bad I can't get over there. Yeah, so what I was saying is, we went to this nature preserve near me. A bunch of people in the town put it together on a volunteer basis. I live near the New Jersey wetlands, so you see a lot of really cool animals around here. That's something, man, is like, I don't know how people can live anywhere where there isn't plenty of mountains or trees. That guy just got completely wrecked by that poison cloud. No, I want the poison. Alright, so this area we can't get to either. Alright, so we made our way back to the Frozen Spire. There's a couple things that we're gonna need to get here, but first we need a bow. Thank you. I'll take that. Skip over this guy a second. Excuse me. I deal with this bonehead. So we look over there. We have this little bloopy character. If we try and go and get him, then he'll just run away. So we need to use the bow to get him. That's going to get us a chunk of Primal Glyph. If we look over there, we can see this item. We can also see a gap down there. So we need to make our way back up here. And jump off this ledge here. Okay. So what we want to do is kind of aim for this line right here, where the chain hits that wall. Barely made that. And we're probably going to die to fall damage, so let's use our elixir. And here we get the Thief's Key, which we still don't know what that does, although I think I have an idea. We'll see later. That one area where talked about the square hole. We jump down. And we want to kind of hug this wall here, but we also want to get a charge attack going. Okay. Here we have a food ticket obtained. Come on. And come over this way. And we're back at the hero's grave. We have another one of these froggy friends. But we need a double jump to get up here. So we have a bunch of money. So now we have 2 frogs. I don't know what they actually do. And as far as I know, there's no way to get up there. Although... I'm wondering if we can use the frog to hop up. Is he gonna respawn if I go back here? He does not, so we have to come back and try that later. One thing I forgot to get when we were up here is the blue powder that we're going to use to make bombs. Alright, so we're back here again. Get up here, let's see if my trick actually works. Doesn't look like he jumps high enough. Yeah, he doesn't jump high enough, unfortunately. So that's something that we definitely need the double jump for, unfortunately. So as you can probably guess, I died a couple times and came back. But the next area that we need for 100% is right by these skelly boys at the bottom of the slide. Go ahead, open up this chest, get some money. And bust through this wall here. And we'll see we get the axe rune. So we have this puzzle here, which the game hints at your ability to use the axe. It can be struck a second time. You can affect its direction. And the main one that we want is that one up there. Without falling off, obviously. Yeah, so we want to kind of hit it up like that at an angle. Ta-da! We hop over here. And we get our first royal shard. And just for good luck, we can top off our axe again. So this is a spell rune, apparently, even though it's a a weapon. So I think the different classifications of spell versus weapon has to do with whether they have those extra abilities. Just skip by you. Alright, so there shouldn't be anything else in this area. Alright, so after we defeat them, come over here, we get some flint, which is going to be used for cooking in a minute. Cooking isn't strictly necessary for 100%, but if you want it, it's here. This, however, is necessary for 100%. The second echo fragment. See if we can beat these guys without taking damage this time. So, some more post-commentary. I wasn't originally going to include this section, but it turns out that after a couple tries, I was able to get a flawless damage run on these guys as well. I remember they gave me a lot of trouble in the beginning. You notice I just took out the skeleton first. He's really what causes a lot of issues, because this guy here is pretty predictable. Just runs back and forth, and I'm just doing the downward slam with the spear. This actually would be a lot easier if the gates were up, because he would slam into those and get a little bit of stun damage. It's pretty much like a bullfighter going back and forth. Toro, Toro. Probably not the most efficient way of beating him, but it works. And there we go. Flawless. Alright, so the next item on our list of 100% things to get is, as we're coming down here, we're gonna make a quick pit stop and jump off. We're gonna get this food ticket. Come in here, get another echo fragment. And then we have this puzzle here. Too soon. Making sure there's nothing else here. You can see there's more graves here. That's our second royal medallion. Okay, that's everything for this area. See if we can get this guy with the elevator this time. Apparently these are also Athosian duelists. Alright, so we finally got that guy with the elevator. Alright, so the next area on the road to 100% is to the left of the Athosian duelist by the elevator. We need to come in here, clear out all the bats, and make our way to this chest. hit it with an energy strike, and then prepare to book it, hitting all the targets as we go. The key is not to stop for anything. Should have plenty of time as long as you don't stop. And getting double and triple jumps helps. And then we just come back and collect our reward. Which is another energy or another Royal Medallion shard. Alright, so I found another secret here. So after we put this together, I figured out that you can do a trick jump onto here, and I noticed that there's this light shining up from above. We jump, we can actually see a hidden area, and Illyia will actually climb up here. And that's the Mender's Shard medallion that we need. Unfortunately, there's no way to get over here. And as far as I can tell, there's no way to get up there either. Without the base rune, at least. Alright guys, so we made it back to the elevator of no return. As you can see, we've got 3 royal shards, 1 mending shard. We have 2 food tickets, the thief's key, echo blossom, 3 echo fragments, chunk of primal glyph, energy strike, and 3 memory stones, including the 3rd wind. I don't know if the icon counts as 1. I've been told that we need 4 before we make it to this point, but I've also been told that the icon doesn't count. So if it turns out that there's anything I missed, I'll splice that into this part right here. Otherwise, down we go.